브라이언. 됐어요? 같이 갑니다.
I am not tall at all.
I can barely touch it.
I don't want to try.
Oh no.
On his knees.
That's right, tall boy. Ow. Ow. I'm trying to see a different arch of my lifetime. Here we go.
Over the weekend, I was able to visit Bryce Canyon National Park and also Arches National Park. And I was able to get a few hikes in, which plays into training for elevation, training for a different type of training that that improves my body. And this type of variation really helps with the mundane training schedule that I've put upon myself. And it's also great to spend the time to hang out with friends. I think as I get older, I value things in time, and always think about how much time out of my day is being spent to certain items, and also think about time of others and how valuable that is to me. I think everyone's time is valuable, and learning to appreciate that each and every single person sacrifice a portion of their time to do this activity. So I'm really grateful for all the memories that we had together during this crazy and cool hike. One thing that I took away from the hiking is thinking about how every decision that is made is in the essence of time. Anything to do with which route on our hiking path should we take? If we get lost, do we need to turn around? And creating this sort of scenario in your head in terms of time is very important. Time is everything. Time gives you a value to things. How long something takes you to do will ultimately determine if you're gonna do it. Let's say if you want to run a mile, if it's gonna take you 12 minutes, it will take a chunk of your time, and you really have to think: is that 12 minutes for 1 mile worth it? Is a 1 hour workout worth it to you? There's so many things that come into play when you utilize time and decide, is that worth my time? So I had a lot of these decision making items while hiking, and yeah, it really got me thinking about how much time I spent training and whether I think is worth it. In my eyes, I think every decision you make to improve yourself is always worth it. And I always think that even if you may not see results right away, to work out consistently really builds character, builds how much you can persevere, and really shows the commitment that you have towards any type of hobby, profession. When I go out of town and travel, I typically don't have time to really self-reflect and think about everything I did. I always try to live in the moment and take in what my environment has to offer. And for this trip, taking in the beauty and awe of these 2 national parks that I visited really puts my life into perspective. It really shows there's a lot more to see, hear, and experience out in the world other than being in your home location. My runs this week I've only had 1 run, with also including those 2 hiking workouts that I did. Wasn't included because I only want to have the running implemented in these videos. So next week, my next long run will have to be 15 miles. And going into June, that's where I see my running schedule start to ramp up and eventually get to that taper period of, I'm gonna say, beginning of July, because the end of July is when the SF Marathon will be, and that's where the tapering off will start. I will probably taper a week or 2 weeks before the actual marathon. I think that will be enough time to rest and be fully ready for what's to come. My next goal for the bench is to try to get 275. I think we've been missing the 275 for a few weeks now. I'm just not comfortable to get to that point yet because I can't do the 5x5s for 245. It just, I mean, I did 2 sets of 245 and I had to go back to 225. But 275 where I want to do those 5x5s. Hopefully I can get to that point. That's it for this week, and I'll catch you in the next one.